Hello everyone, good afternoon, and especially to our Professor Engineer Hazelpit Sonera. I am Fahad and Mamintal from group number 3, and this is the continuation of our recording, which is relative equilibrium of liquid. Today, I'm going to discuss what is rotating vessels. In rotating vessels, we have two types, open vessels and closed vessels. In the context of open vessels, when the cylinder, let's say washing machine, spin, no? Or inaikot natin yung washing machine, the liquid inside that washing machine will rotate around the axis. At nagkakaroon po tayo ng paraboloid shape due to the centrifugal force, and the direction of our centrifugal force is away from the axis, no? So, away siya sa ating central axis of the rotation, meaning papunta siya dun sa wall ng cylinder. Kaya ito yung natutulak sa mga molecules of water to the wall dahil lang ng pag-akyat ng tubig. So, the question is, bakit ganun yung direction ng ating centrifugal force? I-call natin ang concept ng rotation. So, if this is the top view of the cylinder, and this is our central axis, no? And direction of our angular velocity is counterclockwise. Ang ating angular acceleration in the rotation is toward the axis of rotation. So, dito natin para mas klaro. Dito po, papunta po sa central axis yung ating angular acceleration, and we all know that centrifugal force is opposite direction of the angular acceleration. So that's why ating centrifugal force ay directed to the wall of cylinder. So, kung naaalala po natin yung topic natin sa dynamic of rigid body, no? So, when we accelerate the car, meaning acceleration ng car is, for example, punta siya sa right, left, and makakaramdam yung driver natin, makakaramdam tayo ng reverse effective force, no? Reverse effective force is also a centrifugal force na kung saan para tayong hihilain paatas, no? Di ba kapag nag-accelerate tayo ng sasakyan, para tayong mapapalitan. So, yun po yung reverse effective force. Okay, so, drawing na natin to. Proceed to the next now. After applying rotation, magkakaroon tayo ng three conditions of the liquid. So, ito yung magiging lagay ng ating liquid inside the cylinder. So, una, y over 2 is less than d. So, ano ba yung d natin dito? Ito po yung height of the empty space before applying rotation. So, this is the initial rotation of a liquid before applying the rotation in the space po from the top of the cylinder down to the liquid level. Yun po yung height ng ating empty space. And yung y naman po natin is yun yung height ng paraboloid. And yung kalahati ng paraboloid na yun is less than the d or the height of empty space. Ibig sabihin po nun is walang magkakaroon o hindi magkakaroon ng spilling out of water, no? Spilling of water. Another condition is yung ng ating kalahati po ang height ng ating paraboloid is equal sa D. Ibig sabihin, wala pa din matatapon na tubig, but this is the maximum, no? Na pwede natin i-apply rotation or angular velocity para lang matapon na tubig. So, kasi magdedepende po yung liquid natin, magiging lagay ng liquid natin, depende sa bilis ng angular velocity. Another is yung kalahati ng height ng paraboloid is greater than D. So, as you can see, magpas po yung liquid natin dito. Sabihin nagkaroon po ng spilling of water. No? So, sa mga problem naman, ganito yung pwedeng maging basis natin. No? Minsan, binibigyan tayo ng value ng angular velocity and hahanapin ko nagkaroon ba yung spilling of water. Isa naman is pinapahanap yung maximum na angular velocity para walang tapon na tubig. So, next. Ito yung mga important na makikita natin sa isang cylinder. So, sa problem, ito yung mga pwedeng given or pwedeng ipahanap sa atin. So, yung angular velocity in rad per second, radius of the rotation, no? Yung radius po nito, ibig sabihin yung pwedeng radius ng cylinder o radius ng paraboloid. So, yung small y natin, letter y natin is yun yung height ng paraboloid. And the d, yun ay yung height ng empty space natin before applying rotation. The small letter h is the height of the fluid. No? Yung height ng fluid natin. Ito yung initial level natin, initial liquid level, down to the bottom of the cylinder. And the capital letter H is the height of the object. CF is the centrifugal force. So, syempre, kapag nagkaroon ng paraboloid siya, magkakaroon tayo ng change in X and Y. So, ito po yan. From this point down to this point, magkakaiba po yung angle natin. So, yung magiging value ng theta natin is nakadepende sa value ng x natin dito. So, maya-maya, dito natin makukuha yung mga formula na i-derive natin. So, next. So, these are the formula that we can use in solving problem regarding relative equilibrium of liquid. So, first formula is tan theta is equal to angular velocity squared times x over v. So, saan nanggaling to? Dito po siya nanggaling. No? So, kunin natin yung light force natin. Ating centrifugal force with ng ating fluid and the resultant force. Dalawa, makakabuo tayo ng triangle. Actually, uh, yung angle dito is yung angle dyan. So, kung ito lilipat natin dito, may natin lilipat, this is the weight, the centrifugal force, centrifugal force, so, yeah. Centrifugal force, resultant, yun. So, weight, centrifugal force, resultant. And natin, theta natin, yung theta natin dyan is yun din yung angle natin dyan. Ang angle natin dito yung angle natin dyan. Yun din yung angle natin dito. So, yung angle dito naman, yun din yung angle natin dyan at angle natin dito. So, yun ko na siya kinuha sa taas para hindi tayo medyo mapiluhan. Diba? Mapiluhan sa mga ganito. Proceed tayo. Paano natin nakuha? Tan theta, ginamit natin is by using the SOHCAHTOA, which is TOA, opposite adjacent. Opposite natin, centrifugal force over the weight. And we all know this is equal to mass acceleration and mass times gravity. So, cancel out. Cancel out natin. Ang matitira, acceleration and gravity. So, yung acceleration na to, acceleration. So, paano naging angular velocity squared times x over g? No? Okay, so, papakita ko sa inyo kung paano nag-come up sa ganitong formula. So, burahin muna natin ito. Sa rotation, meron tayong formula. Angular acceleration is equal to v squared over r. And velocity natin is equal siya sa r times angular velocity. No? So, substitute natin doon. Radius times angular velocity over r is equal to r squared, angular velocity squared over r. Cancel yung isang r dyan, matitira is angular velocity squared times r. So, yun yung value ng ating angular acceleration. Actually, yung x doon is equal to r din. Kasi yung radius ng rotation, yun din yung radius ng ating cylinder. So, next formula is yung height ng parabola. So, y is equal to angular velocity squared times r squared over 2G. So, saan ito nanggaling? Diffusion. Di ba, yung panrata natin is equal din siya dun sa dy over dx natin. Ito siya, ito. So, yung angle dito, yung angle dito. So, yung solve natin na angle dito, yun din yung magiging angle natin dito. So, yung solve natin na angle dito, yung ganito. So, okay. Divide natin. Tan theta is equal to dy over dx is equal to angular velocity squared times x over g. No? By integrating integral of dy is equal to, ilabas natin yung constant, then integral ng x dx. Okay, so antiderivative ng dy is y. Copy the constant over gravity. Yung integral ng x natin using the power rule of x and plus 1, sabihin mo plus 1, 2 over n plus 1, sabihin 2 plus c. So, yung ating y ay angular velocity squared over g x squared 2. I-arrange natin yan. Y natin. Or height ng ating parabola. Okay, so, okay na. This is 1 RPM is equal to 1/3 pound. Quantum conversion po yan. Yung angular velocity in rad per second. The volume of paraboloid pi over 2 r squared times height by squaring the property of parabola. So, kaya nasabi ko kanina, yung r natin is equal to x natin. So, h is equal to y. Pagka-given naman lahat yan, madali na lang natin solve. Plug in na lang natin. Solve for x. Or you can derive this one lang. Okay, let's proceed to the example. An open cylinder tank, 2 meter in diameter and 5 meter high, contain water up to the depth of 4 meter. It is rotated about its own vertical axis with a constant angular speed. So, yun ang hinahanap. What is the depth vortex by liquid surface at 3 rad per second? Is there any liquid speed? So, meron daw tayong cylinder tank na may diameter na 2 meter at may taas na 5 meter. At may laman na tubig na may taas na 4 meter. Ibig sabihin, yung taas ng empty space natin is 1 meter. Taas ng empty space natin is 1 meter. So, para malaman natin kung if there is liquid spill kailangan natin kunin yung height ng ating vortex. Height ng ating vortex. Yung kalahati ng height ng vortex is pag yung kalahati ng height ng vortex ay less than D, sabi kaya ay greater than D. So, pwede rin maging equal. So, ang tinatanong kung may natapon na tubig. So, kapag ka-greater than D siya, ibig sabihin meron. Kapag ka-less than D naman, ibig sabihin there's no liquid speed. First, isosolve muna natin yung y. So, tayong formula, y is equal to angular velocity squared times r squared over 2g. So, plug in all values that we have. The angular velocity is 3 rad per second. There's the 2. And the radius is, we have diameter, ibig sabihin meron tayong 1 meter. Times the value of the gravitational force, 81 per second squared. So, kung hindi calculator, magkakaroon tayo ng gravitation dito, 0.459. So, kalahati nito is 0.2295 meter. Ibig sabihin, yung D natin is 1 meter at yung kalahati ng height ng vortex is 0.2295. Ibig sabihin po, less than po, no? Kalahati ng height ng vortex is less than D. So, mas mababa siya din sa height ng ating empty space. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya lumagpas. So, therefore, ang sagot natin sa letter A is there's no liquid. No liquid speed. Okay, so, ito yung height ng vortex. And then, walang natapos na tubig. Okay, so dito naman is what is the maximum angular speed and RPM can be imposed without spilling of water. So, hinahanap kung ano yung angular speed, maximum angular speed. To solve this problem is ang required na kakailanganin natin is dapat yung kalahati ng height ng vortex is equals niya sa So, lagay muna natin yung mga dimension ng ating cylinder. Meter diameter, may height na 5 meter, may taas na 4 meter yung ating liquid inside the cylinder. Sabihin, 1 meter yung ating height ng space. So, solve this problem. Y is equal, y over 2 is equal to d. Yung d natin is 1 meter. Meter, applying both sides by 2. Cancel this one, cancel. So, meron tayong 2 meter. So, ito yung magiging height ng ating vortex, 2 meter. Para walang mangyayaring spilling of vortex. So, using the formula, y is equal to angular velocity squared times r squared over 2g. Can solve angular speed, no? By deriving this formula. So, angular speed natin, 2g itataas natin. Sabihin, by multiplying both sides by 2g, magkakaroon tayo sa operator gy. Bababa natin yung reduce natin. Divide both sides by r squared. So, formula natin ngayon is square root of 2g y over r squared. So, input na lang natin yung given value. Square root of 2 times 9.81 meter per second squared multiply the height of the vortex 2 meter, extend natin yan, over r squared. Yung radius natin, kalahati ng diameter ng cylinder. Sabihin, 1 raised to 2. So, the answer is 6.264 watt per second. But the required unit is in RPM, revolution per minute. So, nakarat per second tayo. We convert it to RPM. So, burahin muna natin to. Dash. Hindi kasya pero so 6.26 farad per second, 6.264 rad per second multiply 1 RPM, 1 RPM, we have pi over 30 rad per second. So, cancel the rad per second, matitira RPM. So, angular maximum angular speed natin is 59, 59.82 RPM. This is the final answer. That's all for this discussion. Thank you for listening. Hope you understand.